in. Zap apples, when combined with highly combustible materials, have the same reaction as regular apples. They explode. The Cutie Mark Crusaders taught us a lesson on that one the hard way. But our building has never looked tastier. I'm Joe Stevens, and this is the Equestria Inquirer. The word is in Ponyville, and it seems that Princess Celestia is going to forbid the use of fully grown dragons from assisting in this year's winter wrap-up. We all remember 2 years ago when giant red dragons, tasked with melting snow, were what made up the winter wrap-up so terrible. Their fiery breath may have been useful, but they had the most horrendous singing voice, and as such will be never allowed to be seen again. As a special for this week's edition of the Inquirer, we have a guest. Please welcome, fillies and gentlecolts, for the first time ever, an Equestria Inquirer interview with the one, the only, Princess Luna herself. Princess Luna, welcome.
A twist and a tide is this microphone lie, and what is it that we all hear? Why, dear sweetie I, it is none more than I, bringing chaos with laughter and cheer.
I'm sorry, we seem to be having some audio issues. Princess Luna, are you there?
Luna didn't want to come, Joe Stevens. She doesn't like you. I, however, think you're doing a marvelous job.
Who is this?
Why, it's Discord, the one and only. I heard you were doing an interview today and thought that I had to be the first one on board. I must say, though, you are a very strange-looking pony.
I would ask you how you hijacked our satellite dish, Discord, but I'm afraid to ask.
It involves maple syrup and a giant Sumatran badger. His name is Billy.
No clue what that means. So, as we are known to do, we'll just roll with this and keep filming. Fillies and gentlecolts, please welcome the Lord of Chaos and one-time near destruction of all that is good within the land of Equestria, Discord.
Be here, Mr. Stevens. Simply wonderful. Although I don't appreciate that hastily derogative introduction.
Discord, may I remind you that you unleashed thousands of flesh-eating squirrels on the Equestria Inquirer offices when you last escaped.
And may I remind you, it was also I who caused all those squirrels to spontaneously combust?
I'm still trying to get over it.
A tidal wave of cute little squirrels with gnashing teeth and beady little eyes, and then poof, they explode, and all the pieces turn into jelly beans. Oh, what fun it was!
It was not fun.
Oh, you don't like jelly beans. Everyone likes jelly beans, Joe Stevens. Don't even try to deny it.
That's not the point. Now, despite the fact that you've caused me more property damage than Scootaloo... by the way, was it Scootaloo that allowed you to escape?
No, I think all the Cutie Mark Crusaders are to thank for that.
Darn. I really wanted to blame her for that. Either way, despite you blowing up my offices twice, I shall maintain my journalistic integrity and conduct this interview in a proper manner.
Proper is no manner to do anything at all. I prefer an improper interview. How about we do this in outer space? I know a nice mountain on the surface of Mars. You'll love it, and I assure you that you're at no risk of asphyxiation.
First of all, Discord, what have you been up to since being encased in stone?
The air on Mars smells like coconut. Did you know that, Joe?
I did not. Back to the question, please. The world wants to know, Discord, what have you been up to since being once more imprisoned as a stone statue, and, on another note, how is it that you're conducting this interview?
Well, of course, I've been incredibly busy lately. It's astonishing I could make it to this interview at all. No, I've had a wonderful time being encased in stone. It allows me to kick back and relax, expressing my feelings through the art of song and posting lols on Memebase. And of course, breaking through barriers of interdimensional travel. Did you know that there is a planet made entirely of cheese? Well, it wasn't cheese before. I just thought I'd make it fun and turn it into cheese.
Hold on, are you implying that you're not fully imprisoned?
That's correct, Joe.
But how is that possible? The elements of harmony sealed you away.
Oh, come now, Joe Stevens. You don't expect moi to allow himself to be sealed away entirely. The elements of harmony are like little pieces of candy. In fact, the element of loyalty tastes exactly like ginger ale. I always thought that was funny. You would think the element of loyalty would taste like cherry or red licorice or something.
So why is it that you are now a statue?
I must admit that I get bored being cooped up and imprisoned. It takes a few thousand years, don't get me wrong, but one does get bored. So every once in a while I break out and spread the world with chaos. Of course, I tend to be a little too exuberant. In the end, even a constant flow of chocolate rain clouds and buffalo ballerinas can get utterly dull.
You do understand, Discord. There are a lot of viewers out there wondering why it was you who allowed the elements to be found. I'm not one of them, of course. You have no idea how hard it is to walk on that slippery soap floor that you made.
Isn't it wonderful? I gave you a 10 for effort, Joe, but you really need to learn to pirouette. Grace is all in the thighs, not in the toes, and posture in the hips.
Duly noted. But why is it, Discord, that you placed the elements, the one thing that could imprison you again, in such a relatively easy place to find? It's almost like you wanted to be stopped.
Because I did.
You come again?
I wanted to be stopped. As I said, limitless chaos in the end is nothing. Chaos must have order to truly matter. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of cotton candy clouds in a sea of exploding squirrels.
Why do you have to keep bringing that up?
Chaos and order without one another are the same thing, utterly dull. That's why they both must exist. Why, what would the world be if Celestia were able to rule the world in complete peace and harmony?
Free of exploding squirrels.
Yes, and how much fun is that?
It would keep my insurance premiums lower.
Insurance is for the weak, Joe Stevens. That's life lesson number 48. 47 is never used parsley as a garnish.
So are you saying that Princess Celestia allows you to retain power?
Allow has nothing to do with it. Celestia needs me. The world needs me. Much as chaos needs order, order needs chaos. That is the definition of harmony, Joe. Why, what would the world be without chaos? What would harmony be without discord? What would the world be without discord?
He isn't, is he?
What would Equestria be?
He is.
What would we sing for with nothing to weep for and nothing to face harmony? It's simple, you see, that peace cannot be. Unchallenged order leads to unbroken chains, and in perfect chaos only anarchy reigns, so a balance is true harmony.
It's kind of catchy, actually.
What would the world be? We could not be free. What would the world be without me?
Deeply disturbing and horrendously enlightening at the same time.
I do try.
Well, I'm certain that we don't want to keep you on the line longer than we have to. Thank you for the interview, Discord.
Okay.
It's what now? He's what? Our satellite is what?
Oh, and Joe,
Yes.
I must commend you on the new layout of the Inquirer. Everything is so shiny!
Yes, well, in other news, our satellite dish has been transformed into a sentient sandwich, so we should probably sign off while we still can. To all of Equestria,
Chaos and order!
good night and good buck.